Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Physics Tricks. So let's start with laws of motion DPP2, and in this, as you can see over here, first question, a force of 50 Newton acts on a body of mass 10 kg which is at rest. What is its acceleration? What is its velocity after 5 seconds if the same force acts? So over here, force is given and that is 50 Newton, mass is given that is 10 kg. Initially, that mass is at rest indicates 0 meter per second, and finally, what is the velocity we want at time t is equal to 5 seconds. So yes, I am taking very basic questions over here, but these questions will be beneficial for the advanced level questions also, right? So over here, force is equal to mass into acceleration, we know, right? So firstly, we have to calculate the acceleration. So acceleration we can have for the first bit A, force divided by mass, and that force is 50 divided by mass is 10, and that is equal to 5 meter per second squared will be the acceleration we have. Now once we got the acceleration, now you can calculate the velocity at time t is equal to 5 seconds by using which formula? Acceleration is equal to v minus u divided by t. So from this, what is acceleration? 5, v we want, minus u, initial velocity 0, divided by time is given, and that is 5 seconds. So the velocity at 5 seconds will be 25 meter per second. So I hope this is clear. So this is the first question which we have. Now the second question. In this question, it is given a constant retarding force. Now retarding force means what? If you have the motion towards right, the force will act towards left. A constant retarding force of 20 Newton acts on a body of mass 5 kg. So one body is given of mass 5 kg, which is initially moving with a speed 10 meter per second. So 10 meter per second speed is given in this direction, and retarding force is acting, and that is in the opposite direction as that of the velocity. Okay. So how long does the body take to stop? Now, as the initial velocity is 10 meter per second, what is the time? What is the time at which this body has the final velocity then? Final velocity, and that is 0 meter per seconds. Okay, so for that we need deceleration. So deceleration formula, we know that A is equal to the final velocity minus the initial velocity divided by time t, which is equal to, what is the final velocity we want? 0 minus initial velocity is 10 divided by what is the time t we have, and this deceleration A is equal to, we have the force minus 20 divided by the mass, that is 5 right now. So over here I have applied force by mass as the acceleration, and over here I have applied v minus u divided by t. So I hope this is clear, right? So this is the application of all the formulas, right? So over here you will get minus 4 is equal to minus 10 divided by t. So from this, time t is equal to 10 divided by 4, and that is equal to 2.25 seconds. So this is the answer for the second question. So these questions are very simple if you solve these questions from the basics, right? So if you have the basic knowledge of laws of motion, you can solve these questions with ease, right? Next question. This is the third question. The driver of three-wheeler moving with a speed of 10 meter per second sees a child standing in the middle of a road at a distance 10 meter. He applies brakes and bring the vehicle to rest just in front of the child. If mass of the three-wheeler is 400 kg and the driver is 50 kg, find the brake force. Okay. So this is the three-wheeler supposed to be, right? It is moving initially with 10 meter per seconds, and he sees the child, right? And this child is playing something in the middle of the road. Okay. Now he sees the child at a distance of 10 meter from it. He applies the brake, isn't it? He applies the brake. Due to that brake, one retarding force will be there. It is given mass of the four-wheeler, three-wheeler, and the driver is 400 plus 50, as in the 450 kg total mass. We want what is the braking force. Okay, no problem. So the braking force F is equal to, we can write the mass into the acceleration. So which is equal to, what is the mass given? 450. What is the acceleration? Final velocity 0 minus initial velocity u divided by time t. But we don't know the time, right? So how to calculate time now? Time we can calculate by using S is equal to ut plus half at t square. But why to use S is equal to ut plus half at t square? We know one more formula for it. Force is equal to 450. Instead of this, we can write 0 squared minus u squared divided by 2s. Isn't it? So why to use this formula? You can solve this, you can solve the same problem by using this formula. Now calculate time and you can plug this time in the formula and you will get the answer. No problem with that, but you will get the answer within 2 steps if you use this formula. So we'll get 450 in bracket 0 squared minus initial velocity 10 squared divided by 2 into s we have is 10. So this 10 get cancelled, and as you can see over here, answer for this is 450 into minus 5 divided is equal to minus of, this is 0, this is 0, this is 5 5s are 25, 5 4s are 20, so it is 22. 2250 Newton will be the force which we have. So retarding force, you can write it as retarding force, and that is equal to negative of given force, which is equal to negative of negative 2250, which is equal to 2250 Newton. So I hope this is clear. So this is the fourth question which we have. A bullet of mass 0.05 kg moving with speed 200 meter per second enters a heavy wooden block and is stopped after a distance 50 centimeter. What is the average force exerted by the block on the bullet? Okay. So over here, one bullet is given of mass 0.005 kg, which is initially moving with 200 meter per second, enters a heavy wooden block. So this is the wooden block given. And it is stopped after 50 centimeter. So initially here 0 centimeter supposed to be, and here 50 centimeter. So it is stopped after the 50 centimeter, that is distance traveled by this bullet is 50 centimeter. What is the average force exerted? Okay. So final velocity we have is 0 meter per second. So over here the same formula we can use. The average force is equal to mass times acceleration, and that is equal to mass times acceleration. We can write v squared minus u squared divided by 2s. Now why I use this? Because they gave the distance, right? They didn't give the time. So that is the reason I have to use this formula. So what is the mass given? Mass is 0.05 kg into final velocity 0 squared minus initial velocity 200 squared divided by 2 into s. Over here is 50 centimeter. 50 into 10 to the power minus 2. Now see, the main thing, the very important thing that most of the students lacks is that, see, most of the student will take mass in gram, velocity in centimeter, then the displacement in meter, right? Centimeter per second and displacement in the meter. This is wrong. You have to use either CGS or else SI, right? So this is very important, right? This is very, very important. You have to take all the units same. If you take the SI, you have to take throughout SI. If you take CGS, you have to take throughout the CGS. Okay. So this is very important. Okay. Now see, we have, this is 0.05 into, this is minus 200 into 200 divided by, this is 100 into 10 to the power minus 2. So this will get cancelled. And we have, this is 0.005 now. Yeah, 005. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 cancel, and as you can see over here we'll have minus 5 into 2 into 20. So it will become minus 200 Newton. So this is the force. This is the force exerted by the block on the bullet. So I hope this is clear. Now the next problem we have. What is the acceleration produced by a force of 12 Newton exerted on an object of mass 3 kg? So it will be very simple. Mass is given 3 kg. On this, force is given, that is 12 Newton. What is the acceleration? A. So acceleration we have is force by mass, which is equal to force is 12 divided by mass is 3, which is equal to 4 meter per second squared. This is the acceleration which we have. So I hope this is clear. So fifth one answer is 4 meter per second squared. Now the sixth one, what force would be needed to produce an acceleration of 4 meter per second squared on a ball of mass 6 kg? So mass is given over here 6 kg. Acceleration is given, that is 4 meter per second squared. What is the force that we needed? Mass times acceleration, which is equal to mass is 6 into acceleration is 4. So which is equal to 24 Newton. So if you apply the 24 Newton force on a mass of 6 kg, you will get the acceleration of 4 meter per second squared. Seventh question, a car weighing 600 kg moving with a velocity 30 meter per second retards uniformly coming to rest in 20 seconds. So initial velocity is given, that is 30 meter per seconds. Final velocity is 0 meter per seconds. Time t is equal to 20 seconds. Right. And mass is given, and that is 1600 kg. We want initial momentum. So first initial momentum we have is mass times initial velocity. So what is the mass over here? 1600. What is the initial velocity? 30. So it is 48,000 kg meter per seconds or Newton seconds, we can say. This is the initial momentum we have. What is the final momentum? Mass times final velocity. What is the mass? 1600. What is the final velocity? 0. Retards uniformly coming to rest right now. So it will become 0 kg meter per seconds or Newton seconds, we can say. Rate of change of momentum, that is force they are asking. Force is equal to final momentum minus initial momentum divided by the time. So what is the final momentum? 0 minus initial momentum 48,000 divided by time is given 20. So this 0 get cancelled and we'll get 2400 Newton as the rate of change of momentum. D, they want the acceleration. Acceleration we have is force by mass, which is equal to force we have is minus 2400 divided by mass we have, and that is 1600. So this 0 get cancelled. 4 6 are 4 4s are, which is 3 divided by 2. 3 divided by 2. So that is the acceleration we have, meter per second squared, or else 1.5 you can write. And lastly, E, they want magnitude of force applied. So magnitude of the force applied we have is 2400 Newton. So this is that simple, right? So all the formulas we know, all the things we know. If you know everything, you can just plug the values and you will get the answer, right? Chalo, next. A truck starts from rest and rolls down a hill with a constant acceleration given. It travels a distance of 400 meter in 20 seconds. Find its acceleration. Find the force acting on it if its mass is given 7 metric tons and 1 metric ton is 1000 kg. That is what given. Okay, so one truck is there which starts initially at rest, 0 meter per second, with a constant acceleration, and it travels a distance of 400 meter in 20 seconds. So we have S is equal to ut plus half a t squared. In u is 0, so that's why I am taking this one only. Acceleration we have is 2s by t squared. So 2 into what is s? 400 divided by t squared, as in 20 into 20. So this is 20s are this get cancelled, and we got acceleration as 2 meter per second squared. Now once we got the acceleration, we can find the force. the force F is equal to mass times the acceleration. Mass is given 7 metric ton, 7 into 10 to the power 3. Why 1 metric ton is given? And that is 1000 kg. So 7 into 10 to the power 3 kg, 7000 kg mass is there, into what is the acceleration 2. So you will get 14 into 10 to the power 3 Newton is the force which is acting on the mass, right? Okay, so the next problem. Now this is the ninth problem, and in this it is given an object of mass 100 kg is accelerated uniformly from velocity 5 meter per second to 8 meter per second in 6 seconds. So mass is given, that is 100 kg, and it is accelerated uniformly from initial velocity 5 meter per seconds to final velocity 8 meter per seconds in time t is equal to 6 seconds. Calculate initial and final momentum. What is the initial momentum? What is the final momentum? And we want what is the force. So it's very simple. Initial momentum A is equal to mass times initial velocity, and that is equal to mass is 100 into initial velocity is 5, so it will become 500 kg meter per seconds. We want final momentum, and that is mass times final velocity, which is equal to mass is 100 into final velocity is 8, so it will become 800 kg meter per seconds. We want the force which is exerted, it will become the final momentum minus the initial momentum divided by the time, or else you can write mass V final minus V initial divided by the time, both your choice. So it is 800 minus 500 divided by time is 6, so it will become 300 divided by 6. So you will get answer as 50 Newton. So I hope this is clear. So this is the ninth problem. Now 10th problem. A cricket ball of mass 100 gram given, moving with speed given, is brought to rest by player in given. Find the change in momentum. Okay. So firstly we'll write the data. Mass is given 100 gram. So I told everything must be in single unit. So I used to prefer the SI unit, and that is the reason I am converting this into the SI unit. So 100 into 10 to the power minus 3 kilogram. Okay. Then we have initial velocity 30 meter per second. It is in the SI. Final velocity is 0 meter per second. And the time is given, that is 0.03 seconds. We want change in momentum. And we know that change in momentum is equal to force times change in time. What is the force now? Force is nothing but mass times acceleration. Mass we have, and acceleration we have, v minus u divided by t, into the change in time. So this get cancelled. So we'll have delta p is equal to m v minus u, which is equal to, what is the mass given? 0.1 into what is final velocity? 0 minus initial velocity 30, and as you can see minus 3 kg meter per seconds is the change in momentum of a ball. Average force. So average force we have, this is the first thing. Average force we have is equal to change in momentum by change in time. So that is equal to change in momentum we have is 3 kg meter per seconds. By time we have is 0.03. And as you can see, average force we have is minus 100 kg meter per seconds. So this is the answer for this average force. So for the B1, answer is 100 kg meter per second, or else Newton second you can write. So I hope this is clear. Now the next one, 11th question. A force of 6 Newton acts on a body at rest. So one body is there which is at rest. Initial velocity is 0 given. Mass is 1 kg and 6 Newton force is acting on it. During this time, the body attains a velocity of 30 meter per second. So during this time, body attains a velocity of 30 meter per second. The time for which the force acts is, okay, so what is the time for which force acts so that the velocity of the body will attained by the body is 30 meter per second. So we know that force F is equal to v minus u, m into v minus u divided by t, है ना. So what is the force? 6 is equal to, so implies what? 6 is equal to, mass is given 1 into final velocity we want 30 minus initial velocity 0 divided by time t. So the time t is equal to 30 divided by 6, and that is equal to 5 seconds. So the time for which the force acts on the body is 5 seconds. So I hope this is clear. Now the last question we have, and in this question it is given a 10 Newton force is applied on a body which produces in it an acceleration of 1 meter per second squared. The mass of the body is, okay. So 10 Newton force, this is the body given, and 10 Newton forces act on it, mass m is given, and acceleration in it is 1 meter per second squared. And do remember, this is very important point, acceleration will always be in greater force direction. Okay, now acceleration will always be in greater force direction. This is very important. So acceleration we have is force by mass, and we want a mass, that is force by acceleration. What is the force given? 10. What is the acceleration given? 1. So it is 10 kg will be the mass. Okay, mass is equal to 10 kg. So I hope all these problems are clear to you all. Now if anyone has any doubt, they can always comment in the comment box. I'll try to reply to your comment as soon as possible. Thank you so much.